Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Do not adjust your television screen. There's perpetual. This is Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you in a Miami Dolphin stocking cap. Reason being, notice the vacuum is still behind me. I'm going to run it in a little bit. I'm done with the 2017 year for the community news, and I found out some pertinent information today. You know, I've been wondering... The video series, by the way, that has me lounging while coming at you, thoughts of the day. That's the real thing. Okay, you know how I've been letting you know that something weird was unfolding at that meeting that I covered the other night where, I don't know, some snarky remarks were being made, and then when I was listening to the tape of it, you know, I digitally record these things and take notes. And then I mark in my notes, like 1457, so-and-so bottom lines it, or whatever, you know, and I take complete notes in case my tape recorder explodes on the way home or something like that. That I have a backup system in play. So, yeah, they were saying weird things like about the retirement. And then when I was listening back to the tape, the president of the council said something like they weren't going to raise taxes and they didn't have a hidden agenda, contrary to what recent headlines have said. And I thought, oh my God, I've got to get to the bottom of this. So I called my boss. Okay, first of all, this is going to be hard to believe, ladies and gentlemen, but boy, I can't hear myself with this. But I do not look at the paper once it's done. I've worked on it at that point for, you know, however many days of work, a week that I work, you know, blah, 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 designed the ads, done this, that, and the other. When it comes out, I do not peruse it. I don't read it. We've been over this. I just don't do it. I might take a look to make sure some advertisements that I designed came out okay, or to look at my column or something like that to make sure, whatever, it'll fit on one page, or I don't know why. So, with that being said, I did not know about the various headline shenanigans that went on. So I called my boss. He explained to me that he did jazz up the headline to grab the attention of the reader. And in doing so, I think he might have misled a few people, to be honest with you. I hope he doesn't watch this, but I'm not giving his name out or anything, so I doubt he can sue me. But so I went ahead and emailed the mayor and explained that, you know, I don't do the headlines and la-di-da. And then he wrote back and said that one of the, evidently it was two different headlines that were being mentioned, ladies and gentlemen. And frankly, I gave the mayor a little bit of a lecture, I have to say, after that email, because I did tell him that I sympathize. I don't do the headlines. It's kind of a across-the-board standard. You know, I don't think Wall Street Journal journalists even do their own headlines. It's up to the editor of the paper. Generally speaking, last time I checked, you know, I think, okay? So after I went into that little bit with them, I thought, you know what, by God, I'm sick of people just reading headlines and getting a bad idea. Nowhere in my report, ladies and gentlemen, did I ever say one word that was indicated in the headline. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the headline could have said, you know, man runs naked across Route 6. But in the actual report, it could have said, a well-dressed businessman crossed Route 6 to get a paper or something. So if they would have read the darned report, the headline wouldn't have misled them. So I actually wrote an email and explained that really, please convince the citizens and anybody in your path to read the darned articles and not just the headline. And that I see this happening all the time around me, clearly not just with the community news, but with major papers, with corporate media. They give this insane headline, and then most people just look at it and get on about their day and then tell everybody at the water cooler, oh, did you hear what's happening? I read it in the whatever, when they didn't read it in the whatever. All they did was get a bumper sticker statement off of a headline from a paper. So anyhow, this whole scandal with the, you know, Coneyville Borough Council, and, you know, in a way, I kind of wish the president of council would have pulled me aside and explained instead of acting, I don't know, snarky, I guess is the word, in front of the whole crew there. Saying, oh, you know, contrary to what the headlines, and he didn't really come forth and say the whole thing. He was alluding to things. I think it's called passive aggressive, if I'm not mistaken. Because then later on in the tape, you know, I heard him saying other things about, you know, contrary to what, blah, blah, blah. You know, just get with me, approach me, pull me aside. Don't try to embarrass me at a public meeting. Now I'm mad. So I guess my column of the new year will be about this very thing, about reading don't read headlines, read the whole article. What is the deal? But I thought, my God, you know, the last couple nights or times I've done videos, I've mentioned this. And I thought, I know that my loungers are dying to know what is the story behind the borough council meeting where they acted strange toward the reporter. What's happening in Lisa's life? Did she get it settled? Did she figure it out? Does she know what is going on in her own paper? So, that's all. I'm done, actually. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you thoughts of the day. Please join me, join others. Listen to Perpetual. He's in there whistling. I don't know if you can hear it. Drop your political identities. Let's focus on issues. Leave labels at the door. Research before you judge. And remember that war is indeed a racket. He's in there singing. Perpetual's in there singing. What'd you say, Angel?
I have a blueberry marijuana stick.
Oh, that's delightful. I was just going to turn this video in. Love you.